Frank White, MBA, PhD, president of Frank White International and F.A. White and Associates. During his successful corporate career, Frank was responsible for the development of 5 national and regional retail chains and served as president and CEO of 4, where he was responsible for the opening of, guess how many retail operations? 450 plus. He might know a thing or two. He founded F.A. White and Associates in San Francisco in 1985, and he has gone on to train and coach thousands of business executives and leaders and has delivered sales and sales management training and development programs to thousands of top sales leaders nationally and throughout Asia. He is a highly sought-after speaker, trainer, and coach.
I love Frank White.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sometimes he acts kind of tough, but he's like a teddy bear inside. No, Frank is powerful and passionate, and he's been receiving recent downloads on what to share with you right now. So I hope you're as excited as me, but if not, I'll be excited for you, Dr. Frank White.
Woo! Woo. I've got to remember to, I'll drop that down just a notch there. I've got to remember to send them a much shorter introduction because they took 10 minutes of my speech time away from me. And so I think in the future we'll just say, here's Frank and let it go. It worked for Johnny Carson for years. Here's Johnny, right? So we'll just go with that. I'm delighted to be here today. Wow, look at that. Look around the room. I'm looking around the room here and seeing all these fantastic people. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. That's exciting. So, how are you? Epic. Somebody took my word. I want you to notice something. I just asked you a very, very important question. I asked you how you were. And some of you were definite in your answer, weren't you? Some of you knew you were great, you were awesome, you were epic. Some of were good. I heard good a couple of places. I heard a couple of... How many are great? Good. You better own this, I'll call you out. Who's so-so right now? Now here's what you're looking at you're looking at me, and I'm looking at everybody else, and here's what I just saw. Some people, I said, who's great? And yeah! And somebody, two people down from you is doing one of these. Oh, she's great, I'm great then. If she's great, I'm great. If they're good, I'm good. I'm in. Some of you are still undecided. Some of you have yet to answer the question. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I'm concerned for 2 reasons. 1, you don't know. And 2, you let somebody else in this room define how you are today. You have to know how you are. You should know that answer. That's a throwaway question, isn't it? How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm fine. So it's a throwaway question, and we give a throwaway answer. We don't stop and think about it. I want you to start, after today, being very conscious about answering that question. Because your answer is defining how you really are and how you're probably going to show up the rest of that day, for sure, the next few minutes. When I'm awesome, when somebody asks me how I'm awesome, I'm epic. And what happens when I say that? I have to step into that, do I not? I have to own that. I just spoke it. That was my truth. What is my next 5 minutes going to be like then? Epic! Or so-so. Or uncertain. You see, I don't want to walk into a room and have somebody wonder how I am. And I don't want you to either. I don't want to stand in line in Starbucks behind somebody and have somebody wonder how I am. And I don't want you to either. I want them to know I'm awesome. And they deserve to know that you are, if that's so. And if it's not so, you need to find out why. I came here today because I wanted to engage you in a powerful question and have a powerful conversation. And to challenge you a little bit today. So get ready. This ain't the huggy talk. This is the get serious talk. Because this is serious times. This is your life. And your life is serious to me. It's important to me. It's epic, or it should be. It absolutely can be. So I'm going to ask you right now, for the rest of my few minutes on stage today to be honest. See, I'm not going to know if you're telling me a fib. I cleaned that word up, Shelley. Fib. I didn't call them out for being liars. Okay, good. But you'll know. So, even something as basic as how we are determines how we really are. Here's what's so. Somebody came here today and is sitting here in this arena today with their dreams, wishes, desires, hopes, and goals well defined. And came here maybe looking to take them up a notch or two. Are you the one? Somebody came here today with an idea of possible dreams, possible wishes, possible hopes, possible goals, looking maybe to find some clarity and definition. Are you the one? I'm looking for you. Are you the one? You have to know this. Somebody came here today with no dreams, no wishes, no hopes or goals, looking to maybe find some, maybe to find one. Are you the one? And somebody came here today dreamless, wishless, goalless, and hopeless. Are you the one? It gets quiet when I get there, doesn't it? Because the truth is, all of you are here. All four of those people are here. All four of you are in this arena right now. I promise you, you are here. And by the way, I'm here to speak to all of you. The one that came here today, full of dreams, wishes, goals, hopes, to remind you that your dreams and wishes and hopes and goals can be epic, can be even bigger than you thought they could be. So I'm here to talk to you. And the one that is less hopeful and maybe even hopeless, I'm here to remind you that you are, in my opinion, right now, this minute, the most powerful person in this room. Because in spite of being where you are, in spite of being hopeless and feeling worthless maybe, you're here. Do you know how powerful that is? I can taste that. That's palpable. You're here in spite of that, in spite of having lost your wishes, hopes, and dreams. You're here. Oh, I applaud you for being here today. I honor you for being here today. I acknowledge all of you for being here, for standing up, stepping up, and showing up. So for all of you, wherever you are on the dream, hope, wish, goal list, I want to have this conversation. That's what I came to engage you with today. There is an energy on the planet now. Can you feel it? There's an energy on the planet now. Can you feel it? Stay with me. Get in the zone with me. This is important. There is an energy on the planet. Can you feel it? Yes, you can feel it. Grab the hand of somebody next to you. Just grab somebody's hand for a minute. I want you to feel take it around the arena. There is an energy on the planet now. Can you feel it? There is a voice on the planet gaining strength and volume. Can you hear it? There is a power on the planet gaining energy and presence. Can you sense it? Do you know what that is? It's you. It is you. It is this massive, phenomenal, awesome female power and energy that has made the decision to stand up, step up, show up, and speak up. Oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this. I'm getting tired. I'm proud of you. But trust me when I tell you that what I just told you is the truth. I have felt this for a while. For the last year and a half or 2 years, Shelley will tell you, we've had many conversations about this. Big D up there, tell you, Derek, if you don't know who Big D is, he's Big D to me. He's my Big D teddy bear. But we've talked about this. We've had endless conversations about this because I have felt this female, feminine energy permeating the planet. Finally making a decision to show up, step up, speak up, and find your voice, find your power, find your energy. It is palpable, and it is overdue. And if you haven't noticed, and I know that you have, it comes with a price, doesn't it? Yeah, you got to write a check for this stuff. This is big stuff. You got to write a check for this stuff. You write a check called courage. You got to cash that emotional courage bank account you're writing a check for. That's courage. It takes some right now for you. You're writing a check. You're paying. You're paying in courage. You're writing a check in faith, self-confidence and belief, willingness. And all of this stands on and is supported by words. The most powerful exchange on the planet right now. You're standing on and speaking from the platform of words. Words like intention. Wow. Big word. Declaration. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. Expectation. You expect it. You're calling it forth. You're bringing it forth. You're bringing it onto this planet. Why? Because you expect it. You have an intention for it. You've declared it's going to happen, and you expect it. Yes, and it's coming. Did I break everything? Good. The next word, collaboration. Look around the room. Look around the room. This is collaboration. Walk through the vendor booth and watch vendors talking to vendors. This is collaboration. Women are more collaborative right now than men, and we used to think we owned that. We suck at it now. We're hiding right now. 2 years ago, 80% of my corporate clients, executives, and one-on-one coaching clients were male, and 20% were female. And 2 years later, it is actually absolutely 100% the opposite. 80% of my corporate clients, executive clients, and one-on-one coaching clients are women. Why? They're stepping up and stepping into it. Whew, thank goodness, because we was getting tired. Number one and number two, we were losing the battle. We were losing our confidence, our energy. We were starting to not show up the way we needed to. Somebody in this room spoke to this in a conversation when they said, it's time to stand up. Yeah, it's time to stand up. It is. And we weren't doing a very good job of it. Collaboration, big, huge. Inspiration, that's another cost. That's another price. You have to be inspired, and there's a price for that. It takes energy. You're writing an energy check every day to be inspiring, to inspire. Dedication. Perseverance. Here's a biggie, integrity. You got it. You got it. It's big. It's huge. I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. And you own it more proudly than your male counterparts right now. And I applaud you for that. Honesty. Yeah, you'll speak it. You'll tell the truth. You'll tell the truth. Wow, that is huge. We've been begging for transparency. Everywhere on the planet, especially in our political leaders, we've been begging for transparency. We've been begging for transparency in corporate America. And who is bringing it forth? Yeah, oh, yes, you are. And last but not least, what I so acknowledge you for, the greatest power you have right now is vulnerability. Your willingness to step out of your vulnerability and maintain and own your vulnerability and be present with that. That's more powerful than humility, and humility is, in my opinion now, the second most powerful force on the planet, only replaced by vulnerability. Whew. Now, those words are showing up and they're starting to be heard. But they're being drowned out. They're being drowned out by another set of words. And you know who's speaking those other set of words? You. Now, I had my speech written several days ago because Shelley knows I, if nothing, am a fanatic about being well prepared. But at 11:30 last night, I kept reflecting on a message that I delivered 3 weeks ago at another local event. And it's been haunting me. And I've listened to these words come up several times in the last couple of weeks. And they've been haunting me. And then I came here today, so I stayed up last night and I rewrote my presentation today. So I'm winging it a little bit. Not bad for not knowing it, huh? Okay. So now, that's when you're speaking out of truth, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so I came here today, and if you notice, I stood upstairs. I wanted to meet as many people as I could. Certainly reconnect and get my hugging done for a lot of the friends that I don't get a chance to see as often as I would otherwise like. And lo and behold, I heard the words I'm going to tell you in a minute, standing in that line. The words that are slowing you down and may stop you. And I want to take them from your vocabulary. I want you to rip them from your vocabulary. And here are the words. If only. And what if? You see, words define how we are, don't they? They define how we are, who we are, where we're going, what we stand for, what we believe. They tell us how we feel, how we think, what we can do, what we can't do. We define ourselves with words and language all the time. And these two new words, these two little phrases that I'm sharing with you today, I'm hearing way too much lately. And I heard them standing in the line up here as I watched you people go through for lunch. If only. And what if? If only I was. Would you please for yourselves fill in that blank? If only I was. Now what I heard up here was, if only I'd gone to college. I'm not going to call you out, you know who you are. If only I had gone to college. What is your if only? What is it? You're saying it. You're saying it driving in the car. You're saying it laying in bed at night before you fall asleep. Did I just do something terrible? Walk on stage with my phone on? So, in the moment you get who I am transparent. That's it, I forgot to turn off my phone. Usually Shelley would come up with a big stick and hit me, but she's being nice today. So fill in your blank, but here's what I'm hearing you say. If only I was smarter. If only I was prettier. What? What? If only I was prettier? What? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? The beautiful, gorgeous person that you are, you would dare to say that to yourself. If only I was prettier. The genius that you bring to this planet, and you have the audacity to say, if only I was smarter. But that's what I'm hearing you say. If only I was richer. If only I was taller. Well, in my case, that would be true. If only I was taller. Right? If only I was thinner. Okay, I got that one too. That's all right. And then I hear, we go from that and we go to what if? Right? What is your what if? What if I had gone to college? That would be the what if that followed, if only I had gone. I don't know what if. What if Bill Gates had? What if Steve Jobs had? I don't know. What if I'd got married? What if I'd not got married? What if I had taken that job? What if I had, this is even bigger. What if I had quit that job? What if I quit the job that I'm in now that's sucking my life away from me? Think about that on the way home tonight. Statistics tell us that 85% of Americans hate their jobs. No, not dislike, hate. This is like hate. It's like the devil. This is like hate. What if I had made that investment? Right? What if I'd taken that opportunity? What if I had taken that? What if I had talked to that person? Took that chance? Left that relationship? We heard just before lunch, we heard about that, didn't we? Leaving a relationship. The value and the power that comes out of that. Wow, do I commend that message. What if I had listened to my heart? What if I had followed my dreams? So we end up living what I call a what if only life. So maybe, just maybe, that can all change for you. Because here's one thing that I can promise you. Monday morning, you cannot, none of you can on Monday morning look back and say, what if I'd gone to Women Ignite? None of you on Monday morning can look back at this and say, if only I had gone to Women Ignite. I know that for a fact. By being here today, you've put an energy in motion that can literally change your life. your destiny, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your goals forever. Forever. What if your dreams could be bigger? There's a what if. What if we just change the language of how we use that word? What if your dreams could be bigger? What if your goals could be bolder? What if your life could be epic? What if your legacy could change the planet? What if you, in all of your magnificence, actually showed up? Actually showed up with all that you have, all that you are, and all that you can be. You have a potential. You have a purpose. You're here for a reason. What if that showed up? How different would your life be, your family's life be, this community's existence be, this planet be? What would transform if you showed up? And what if it was easy? What if it was easy? What if it was simply a decision? Well, I'm here to share something with you today. It is easy, and it is simply a decision. Easy is a mindset, and so is hard. As many of you have heard me say in many talks I've given around, success is hard until it's not. And for years, people have misinterpreted that statement from me. They thought I meant success was hard until it's not. Like we finally won, we finally got through it all, and now it's not hard anymore. No, that's never what I meant. I meant success was hard until it's not. Until I made the decision that it's not hard. That doesn't mean it's not work. That doesn't mean it's not effort. That doesn't mean you don't have challenges and obstacles and speed bumps in your parking lot to success. But it means it's not hard. It's the stuff that life's made of. Let me remind you of something that most people don't realize. 85% of millionaires, 85% of millionaires are self-made. Here's what I just saw a couple people do. What? 85% of millionaires are self-made. They weren't born into money, wealth, or success, or fame. No. They're self-made. But here's the opposite of that. Here's the yin on that yang. Here's the tail on the head, on the other side of the head on the coin when you flip it. Only 1% of the population have the courage to go for it. Only 1% have the courage to go for it. Are you the one? It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's decision time. It's time to quit waiting for somebody. You got to stop waiting. You got to stop waiting for somebody to pick you up and brush you off and push you forward. You got to stop waiting for somebody to tell you it's okay to be successful. You got to stop waiting for somebody to say it's okay being you. You got to stop waiting for somebody to tell you you can do it. You got to go do it. You've got to go do this. Stop waiting, because they're not going to show up. When you show up, the rest of the planet shows up for you. And until you do, they're waiting. Let me ask you a different question. In order to have it all, and I need you to define that for yourself. I don't know what having it all is for you. In order to have it all, stop for a second, get into your head for a minute. Get into your heart. In order to have it all, what is it? Fill that blank in. What is all to you? In order to have success by your definition, not mine, not the book, not the workshop, not the seminar, yours. To have success on your terms, by your definition. To create your life, your dream life, your dream life. I read the dream book, pretty good, but none of my dreams were in it. I read the book on goals. Heck, I do a workshop on goals. But I don't teach mine. I help you find yours. There's a difference. If you could make your wishes come true, if you could reach all of your goals, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to have everything? What are you willing to do to have everything? I just heard somebody say whatever it takes. I heard somebody say over here, mumbled under their breath because nobody wants to own it, do they? Why do you not want to own it? Somebody just said anything. I heard it over here, anything. Be careful now. Are you really willing to do anything to have it all? To have your success, your dream, your goals, your vision, to have an epic life, to leave your imprint on this planet? Are you willing to do anything? Legally, I mean, yes? Be careful. Be careful when you answer that question, because now I'm going to tell you, to have it all, you've got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week for the next 2 years. You willing to do that? Some will, some won't. Some can, some can't. Some do, some don't. 1% do. Are you willing to do that? You got to be careful. Having it all means that you have to face some big challenges, some big massive fears, deal with overwhelming doubt. Will you do that? Can you do that? Are you willing to do that? What are you willing to do? How hungry are you for your life? How hungry are you to have everything in your life that you've ever dreamed of or desired or wished or hoped or prayed for? How hungry are you? I wasn't going to, but I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about hungry. A few years back, I was invited to do a lecture series at Korea University in Seoul, South Korea. I was a visiting professor that they invited me in to do a several-month series to MBA and PhD students. You had to be an MBA candidate or already hold an MBA and be a strong PhD candidate to be in my class, to be in my program. You had to be in the top 10% academically to get into the room. And you had to write a pretty big check to the university. I wish it was to me, but it wouldn't. Okay. And you had to write a check for 3,500 won, W-O-N. That's Korean currency. Back then, the U.S. dollar, that would have been 4,000 U.S. dollars. That's a huge amount of money in that culture. It certainly was then. And Korea University is the Harvard, Stanford, Columbia of Korea. That's the caliber. You got to be somebody to even get in the front door. You got to have money. You got to be from money to get into the door of that. That's just how that is. And on the weekend, I would, on occasion, on Saturdays, I would do a special workshop or a special seminar on something that I was passionate about. And that day would be open to anybody on campus that wanted to come in. And the program that I was delivering was a quarterly program, so they brought me over to do 4 quarters, and I delivered that program 4 times. And I met a young lady in one of my Saturday workshops. Her name was Kala Kim Jun. I ended up calling her KJ. KJ has touched my life in ways that I can't describe, but I'll do my best for a second. Her family didn't have money, but they knew something. They knew that she was the one. She was the one in her family that could make a difference for her family and in her small community. She was the one. And so her and all of her family, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, aunts, uncles, everybody, sold everything they owned so that she could go, because she was hungry to be the one. She was hungry to have it all. That's the only way she got there. Now, she didn't have a laptop. She had a tablet and a pencil. She didn't have a cell phone, but I'd see her at the phone booth in between classes on campus sometimes calling somebody. She didn't have those things that everybody else on campus had, but she had something that very few other people did have, and that was hunger, desire, and willingness. She wanted to go to my program, but the family did not have $4,000 to send her. And she spoke of it with me. And so I was touched by her because of who she was and how she showed up. And so I went to the dean and the board and lobbied for her to come into my program for free. And that was a challenge because they weren't used to having professors talk to them about stuff like that, and people don't get into this kind of a school for free, and that just doesn't happen here. And you're a crazy American guy, what's going on, right? But what was nice is I caught them off guard. The truth is, they weren't used to having somebody do that. And I was successful. And I got her into the program. And she went through the program with flying colors. By the way, you had to be in the top 10% academically to get in there. She was in the top 3 academically. She was in the top 3% academically. When the program was over 3 months later, as is the case culturally there, on the last day of class, the students will file out and stop at the desk and give a gift to the professor. And so it was for me. And they were nice gifts, a pen and pencil set, a nice book in Korean. Good thing I had to learn how to speak Korean. I had these great books to read. Maybe a necktie, whatever it might be. But it was a thoughtful gift and a nice gift, a gesture of appreciation for the experience and the knowledge that they had gained going through the program. KJ stayed till last, as I would find out for personal pride. And as the last student left the room, besides KJ, she came up to my desk. And she gave me the most powerful gift I've ever been given in my life. She gave me her food. She couldn't eat in the cafeteria. She couldn't go to coffee place houses on campus. She couldn't do any of that. She was poor. She gave me her food, her little brown bag of lunch, her food for the day. She paid me with her hunger for the gift that she got. That's how hungry she was. That's what she was willing to do. It's hard for me to talk about, as you can tell. Powerful gift to go hungry to pay me with hunger. Do you know how hungry you got to be to pay me with that? To honor me with that? Do you know how humbling and honoring that is? So again, I got to ask you, how hungry are you? What are you willing to do? The truth is, I don't know what you want. I don't know what having it all means to you. I don't know what your wishes, hopes, and dreams are, but I do know that you can have them all. Someone in this arena today is stepping into courage. Are you the one? Someone in this arena today is deciding to dream bigger than they have ever dreamed before. Are you the one? Someone in this arena today is standing up, stepping up, and showing up. Are you the one? I'm serious now. Get real. You better get real. I said earlier the power of words, did I not? I talked about what words? Intention, declaration, expectation. I have an intention. I'm making a declaration and I have an expectation. And my expectation is that somebody in this room is stepping into who they are, standing up and speaking out and showing up. Are you the one? Who said yes? Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I'm asking you, make this statement. This is a declaration for everybody in this room to see. Look around. Look around the room at who is stepping into their life, who is stepping into their opportunity, who is just making a decision to show up and make a difference in their lives, their children's lives, their family, their community, this planet. Look around the room, because that's who you can lead to. That's who you can lean on. That's who you can go to for help and assistance and guidance. That's where you can go for inspiration and hope when you are hopeless. When you are desperate and you are lost, that's who you can go to. Look around the room. Burn those faces into your memory. You are the one. You are destined for greatness. It has been my privilege. It has been my honor. It has been a humbling moment for me to see you stand up and step into who you are and take ownership of that power. God bless you. I thank you for being here.